YouTube channel today.
It's not working. My shit is being laggy.
Welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been on for a while. That's okay.
Talkies.
But today we were gonna try and do the Ouija board. Oh. We were gonna try and do the Ouija board, but it's not working clearly.
My stuff is haunted.
So
We're gonna talk about ghosts and our experiences. Ooh. What about you? What's your experience with ghosties?
well, one night I was like sleeping or whatever, and I woke up to like noise moving downstairs, and there was a chair. Okay, a chair. Like, it was a rocking chair that we had from
Ew.
my like uncle or whatever.
Okay.
He just gave it to us. We like completely destroyed it right after this. We burned it.
Why?
Because this was when I found out I could see ghosts. I saw somebody rocking in the chair that I didn't realize, and I went inside my mom's room, and I was little too, and I went inside my mom's room. I was like, Mom, there's somebody inside of the chair outside. She was like, what are you talking about? She got up and she was like, Lily, there's no one there. And I'm like, no, he's right there. Can't you see him? And she was like, no, Lily, I can't see him. And she was like, honey, can you describe to me what he looks like? And I was like, he has gray skin,
Ew.
red eyes, and he has little things on his head. And she was like, okay, yeah, I
Bye-bye,
understand. Hey, can you, and she said, hey, can you come sleep with mommy and daddy tonight? And I was like, yeah. And so I went inside their room and I like laid down with them. And then the next morning we were burning the chair and I didn't understand why. And then she told me why. She was like, honey, what you saw in that chair was a demon. And I was like, a demon? Mommy, what's a demon? And she was like,
Been there, done that.
she was like, it's somebody who punishes people for bad things that they've done. I was like, but mommy, I've been good. Why did I see him? And she was like, because you're a medium. I was like, mommy, what's a medium? She was like,
The hell does it mean?
she was like,
Sorry.
she was like, it's somebody who can see, talk, and hear ghosts. And I was like, oh, so I can see ghosts? And she was like, yes, but you can also see devils and different spirits. She was like, and I was like, can I see angels? And she was like, yes. And then I went up to my room and I started praying. I was praying to see my aunt. And then I wasn't able to see her for like the past 2 days. And I was like, Mommy, I don't think I'm a medium. I can't see Auntie. And she was like, what Auntie are you talking about? You have two. And I was like, Auntie Sarah. And she was like, Auntie Sarah? Who's Auntie Sarah? And then I was like, the one that died. And she was like, oh, that Auntie Sarah. That's my Auntie Sarah. That's your grandma Sarah. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, okay, well, maybe she'll come up soon. And then I went downstairs like the very next night because I heard like knocking on the door. So I went downstairs and I had a phone at that time. I had a phone at like when I was 4, and I started filming. Not really filming, but like recording with a light and stuff because I didn't know how to use the light at the time, and I found out that like a light with a video camera or whatever.
Yeah.
And I walked up to the door and I was like, who's there? And I opened it and I was like, oh. And then I shut the door and nobody was there. And then I turned around and Auntie Sarah was right behind me.
What the hell?
Auntie Sarah was right behind me and I was like, Auntie Sarah. And I went up to go give her a hug, but I phased right through her. Oh, that was terrifying. Like, I was like, Auntie Sarah, why can't I touch you? And she just didn't say anything. She just like walked across the room and walked through a wall and just disappeared. That's fucking scary. Yeah. What's your encounter?
I was like 4 or 5 at the time. I remember this like really, really, really well. I was in my bed and I like I opened my eyes and everything just started stretching.
What do you mean by stretching?
like everything just expanded.
It just took
Like,
the
you know
powder.
how that's right there? It was like stretching all the way out. In like through the wall, and the wall was going with it, and I was screaming.
So it was like a bad nightmare, but you were awake.
But I seen someone like hunched over me. It wasn't even my mom, it wasn't my stepdad, it was nobody. And it wasn't no demon. And then the next night, my mom, me, and my stepdad, we all went downstairs because the door fell off the hinges. And I asked my mom, I said, Mommy, I saw something last night and I was screaming. And she's like, no, you weren't. I didn't hear you scream. And I said, yes, I was screaming. And she's like, why were you screaming? Somebody was standing over me and everything was like expanding. It was really big. And she was like really confused. And we still lived in the house. Like until my brother was born. Then we moved because my brother would not sleep.
Probably because he saw the same darn thing.
Exactly.
Wait, did she believe you after your brother went to start sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this one time. I was like laying down in my bed one time.
I inhaled it again.
And I was like around 6 or 7. Somewhere around there. Around that age group, like 6 to 8.
It was the tag.
No. And I was like laying down in my bed, just like looking up, and then I like closed my eyes, and then I was like, I don't want to go to sleep right now. And I woke up and I had red LED lights in my room.
Mm-hmm.
So I woke up to red LED lights because my brother put them in the night before that. And he was like looking, and there was this guy standing in like the corner of my room.
Ew.
And my room is like a box. It's not like how this is. It's like just like a box.
It was in one of the 4 corners.
And then he was inside of the corner. And then I couldn't move. So I knew it was a sleep paralysis. I couldn't move. I was like stuck there. And then I looked at my hands. Like I could move my head and my mouth, but nothing was coming out. I could move my eyes to look around. But I couldn't move the rest of my body. And it was like my hands were like chained to the bed.
When was this?
Like when I was like 6 to 7 to 8 or something like that.
Because that happened to me.
Yeah, and I was like looking up, and
On Christmas too.
then it was like right there, and then I closed my eyes again and I opened them, and then he was like right there, and then I closed my eyes again and then I opened them, and then he was right over me.
That's terrifying. No.
He was right over me. I was looking up, and then I went to go open my mouth to scream,